You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ross Palumbo, and here's a look at your top stories at this hour. Breaking news out of Northern California. A search is now underway after an avalanche at a resort in Lake Tahoe. A live look right now at Palisades Tahoe. The snow conditions there making it, of course, hard to see anything through this camera, and that is the point. The Placer County Sheriff's Office says the avalanche happened around 9:30 this morning. Officials have shut down both sides of the mountain now, and so far, no reports of any missing people. Of course, we'll continue to monitor this breaking news. Any new developments, we'll get them right out to you. That avalanche comes as powerful storms move through the region. KCAL meteorologist Olga Espina has the details and our next weather forecast. Olga.
Yeah, and you know, I am keeping an eye on what is happening there in Tahoe. The Sierra Nevada is still getting a lot of snow. You can see it here on a radar. As we take a little bit of a closer look, you can see all that snow still impacting us to our north. However, here at home, still dry, some cloud cover and those cold temperatures, but we have some rain on the way as well. You'll see it here on our futurecast. The good news is most of your Wednesday will be dry in the overnight hours. That's when we're going to start seeing a few showers, and especially impacting places like the I-5 corridor. Some of those mountain slopes are going to be getting some snow. In fact, low-level snow at pass level could impact a lot of those mountain passes in the overnight hours and into the early part of Thursday. So you could even wake up to a few showers early in the day on Thursday, but Thursday also mostly a dry day, and we'll continue with those clear conditions and partly cloudy skies as we head into Friday afternoon. The biggest impact is actually going to be the wind. So not a lot of moisture with the system, but very strong gusty winds. High wind warning. That's going to continue into your Thursday. And you can see that it's going to impact a lot of us, not just mountains and deserts, but into the valleys, even along the coastline for places like the Malibu coastline, getting those really strong gusts. As we head into this evening, we're already going to be feeling those gusts in that 50, 60 mile per hour range, continuing to become a little bit more widespread as we head into the overnight hours and into the early part of Thursday. So breezy conditions, we're talking down trees, down power lines as one of the big threats. And then as we head into the afternoon hours and into Thursday evening, Friday, we're looking at much calmer conditions. All right, let's talk about the low temperatures because it has been very cold these last several days. We're going to continue cold tonight into early tomorrow. Look at this, 30s across Simi Valley into Santa Clarita, 20s for places like the Antelope Valley, as well as some of our mountains, places like Wrightwood. So get ready still for more cold, but we have a little bit of a warm up headed our way as we head into late in the week. The other impact from the system, a coastal flood advisory. We have elevated surf, those strong rip currents, and yes, even the chance of getting a little bit of flooding, especially near the coastline, some of those parking lots, especially near the time of high tide, which tomorrow is going to be in that 8 a.m. hour. So definitely be careful if you are heading to the beach or you live near the beach, because coastal flooding will be one of those threats. Temperatures for tomorrow in the 60s and in the 50s for most of us, and you'll see that will continue mostly in the 60s for the LA Inland Orange County area, getting a little bit closer to average as we head into Sunday and into early next week. Ross.
Olga, all I heard is warm up after all of this, right?
Yeah, that is the important part.
Looking for the good ending. Thanks so much, Olga. A traffic mess for drivers on the 5 freeway. Look at this. After a major crash involving 2 big rigs in Lebec, the CHP says one rig was on the right side when the second one just came up behind and hit it. Debris flew into the southbound lanes then. One of the drivers is currently in the hospital. Also developing right now, Alaska Airlines says it's canceling all flights on its 737 MAX 9 jets through Saturday as it continues inspections after last week's mid-air blowout on a flight to Southern California here. The decision will affect about 110 to about 150 flights each day. Both Alaska and United Airlines reported finding loose bolts and other problems on some of those planes. A community's strength on display this afternoon, nearly 1 year after the Monterey Park mass shooting. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Veal is at an Arcadia donut shop that's hosting the fundraiser for one of those victims.
I'm Jasmine Veal. I'm here in Arcadia, right outside Arcadia Donuts, as the anniversary of the tragic Monterey Park shooting approaches. This is one of several events and fundraisers taking place leading up to January 21st, when a gunman stormed into the Star Ballroom in Monterey Park and gunned down 11 people. And he then tried to kill even more at the Lili Ballroom in Alhambra. But Here at this donut shop in Arcadia, they are remembering this man, one of the 11 victims, Andy Cow. They are raising money for a nonprofit that will then give the money to fund ballroom dance workshops to bring back that spirit and sense of community. So this donut shop, the owners, Shally and Francois, they are here and they have been giving 100% of the proceeds from all the donuts sold here today to that nonprofit. The name of the nonprofit, really quick, tell me all about it.
The name of the nonprofit is MPK Hope Resilience Center.
And bringing back dance. And Shally, I know you love to dance, and you knew Andy for 15 years. You were his dance partner. What do you remember about him?
Remember about him? When we go to dancing, we always remember him. He was there. Any corner that we see. That's why we miss him too much.
I know. And they held a fundraiser here days after that tragic shooting. They were here with their doors open, having the community come in, doing anything they could to help the victims. They plan to have another fundraiser here on the date on January 21st. They will have another one. There's a community gathering, an event being held at the Lebec Ballroom by Brandon Tassay. He was the young man who thwarted the gunman at the Lebec Ballroom in Alhambra, prevented him from killing any more people. So Brandon also planning to bring the community together this coming Saturday. So we've just seen such a spirit of unity and love and sense of community. Those interviews and more coming up on KCAL News.
All right, we'll look for Jasmine Veal's report. Breaking right now, back to that story we first told you about. CBS News has just confirmed that one person has died as a result of that avalanche in the Lake Tahoe area. We've also learned that one person was injured. The Placer County Sheriff's Office says the avalanche happened around 9:30 this morning. Officials have shut down both sides of the mountain, and officials are expected to give us an update at any moment. We will bring that to you as soon as we have more information. President Biden's son Hunter is expected to be arraigned tomorrow in an LA court. Hunter was indicted by a grand jury last month, you remember, accusing him of tax crimes. The 53-year-old had paid the taxes, though, before those 9 charges were brought against him. And earlier today, he was on Capitol Hill as part of an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Today's Oversight Committee is one of 2 committees moving forward with contempt charges, possibly against Hunter. Meanwhile, a May 21st trial has been set for former celebrity attorney Tom Girardi. The 84-year-old is the estranged husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica Jane. He faces multiple counts of wire fraud and stealing millions from clients. Last week, a judge ruled that Girardi was competent to stand trial. Girardi has pleaded not guilty. And this has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. We will be back live at 3 here on CBS News Los Angeles.